Well, we're excited to kick off a new series of reloading tips with Hornady, and for this series of entry-level tips, we're going to be using the Lock and Load Iron Press Kit. Everything in this kit gets you started on the right foot. You don't have to buy the kit, but Hornady's trying to make it easy for you. You can buy all of these things individually if you choose. Now, from there, I've got it set up here in my workstation, and that's the first part of this tip, is paying attention to how you've laid it out on the bench. So here is the iron press, here is the powder drop, and then here is my batch process tray. All of it is right here in order and placed for a reason so that I can keep up with the steps as I move through them. And that's why I've invited Seth Swerczek from Hornady to be my subject matter expert and our guide to getting started in reloading. Seth, I've got some once fired 6mm arc brass. Where do we start?
Well, you want to start with an inspection process. Brass is reusable, but it has a service life. So you want to look for dings, dents, scratches, maybe some cracks, signs of overuse. And then next you want to check the length with a set of calipers. Brass stretches every time you shoot it, so you want to make sure it's within its tolerance for length, and that length is referenced right here in the reloading manual, and you can trim it if necessary.
Yep. Part of that inspection process then leads into the next step, which I'm sure is cleaning.
You have to clean brass. You definitely don't want to use dirty brass because that debris could, one, scratch the sizing die, which we're about to use, or it could scratch the chamber in your firearm. So you want to clean brass, and you can do it one at a time with a rag, but for high volume stuff like us, this vibratory tumbler works great. You can do high volumes of brass and you can get it really clean.
Obviously available from Hornady, but not included in the kit. The one thing Seth did mention that is included in the kit that's vital, that reloading handbook.
That's right, John. You have to have a reloading handbook, whether you're a novice or a seasoned veteran. A handbook like this has all of the steps on how to reload, internal and external ballistic information, plus all of the reloading data for Hornady bullets and the various powders that we've tested.
You see, the kit's valuable.
All right, so we've got 20 pieces of cleaned brass. The next step is we've got to set the sizing die. First step is to clean the sizing die and degrease it and install the proper shell holder. Now to set up for a full-length resize, you simply run the ram to the top of the stroke and thread the die down until it stops threading in. You set the lock ring, and that die is now set for a full-length resize. Next, you have to lubricate the brass. Brass, if you don't lubricate it, could get stuck in the die. Now you can use a paste lube like this. I like to use the aerosol. It's quick, it's efficient. You can give your cases a spray them from the other side, and let that evaporate. Next, take your brass into the shell holder, run it to the top of the stroke. It will full-length resize and kick out that spent primer. When you come down, you've got a successfully full-length resize case with no primer. Now this sizing die, set in the lock and load bushing, it's set forever, never has to be reset, and you've got 19 more cases to do.
Excellent, thanks man. Hey, a transcript to this whole tip, plus links to everything we've shown you, is available at shootingusa.com.